Shotgun Starcraft.
150 health, and they can be broken through very easily. So a lot of times you'll see people learning that supply depots are bad because you'll see banelings, Zerg banelings, they explode and do tons of damage. They'll come through and break down your wall with a couple banelings just because you have 350 health. But a Rax has 1,000 health, so it's a lot better. Okay, so that's key when you're playing Terran, is the wall off. It's also key that when you have your SCVs building something, make sure they're gonna do some sort of task after they build it. So hold shift and kind of plan their next task out. That's definitely a good thing to do. And you're gonna want to pay attention to your mules. You're gonna want to always send mules when you have enough energy. And personally, my suggestion is to only use a scan when you really need it, and when you know there's gonna be, or you have a hunch, a really good hunch, that there's gonna be something where you're scanning. Don't just scan for absolutely no reason at all. Oh, I'm gonna scan this right here. Wow, waste of time. Okay, you think someone's up there or something weird and you really need to check it out, then scan. But I would suggest to use these mules as much as you possibly can. These mules are each worth, like, I don't know, 300 minerals or more. I don't remember exactly. But it's not worth it just to waste a scan a lot of times. But a lot of times it is worth it to know what's going on in your base. But I haven't talked about it yet, but scouting, since I haven't had an opponent really in any of my videos and tutorials, the scouting is key. And if you can still scout as Terran, which would include multitasking, going to their base here, and basically what you do is you take a worker, because they're the cheapest unit you can have, you can get them over there fairly quickly. And we want to move this worker as far into the base and look around, look at their buildings, their tech before it dies. You want to see as much as you possibly can before it dies. That's 50 minerals I'm wasting. If I use a scan, that's wasting 300 minerals, because a mule can mine 300 minerals. Remember that. So you want to waste 50 minerals instead of 300 minerals.
Go ahead.
There's a guard in the front of their base. They have this sensor tower so they know I'm coming. I wouldn't recommend using a sensor tower because it's a waste of money. Really, it's a waste of money if you have your money planned out and scheduled on like a build order or something. But if you really have like extra money and you want to buy it, instead of getting a unit, you can get it, but then your army's smaller. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you there, except don't get it. So yeah, the nice thing about this is even if you have a supply depot in between your refinery, you can lower it down and they can walk over it. And when somebody comes, you raise it so they can't get into your mineral line. So you want to make sure you use your mules. A lot of times with the extra supply, I've seen it implemented into a build order. A supply depot costs 100 to build. So just remember that you're sacrificing 300 minerals, but you are getting instant supply. So it's really good, but you should use it sparingly. So in ranked order of what I think you should use is mule first. Remember, they give you a lot of minerals.
Base is under attack.
Probably scan second, so you know what's going on if you can't possibly, scout as much as you like. And then the supplies. Supplies, you're really going to want to think about it ahead of time before you implement it into your little plan. But also, don't forget to upgrade your units at the engineering bay. Infantry weapons and infantry armor. And you can't upgrade your air units or your mech units until you get to the armory, which requires a factory. So after you build your first, usually it depends on your build order once again, what you're doing, what add-ons you're going to have. But you're going to want to get your factory really fast if you plan on teching up and having higher units, and that means you're going to want a good defense. If you're going to tech up, if you're going to get the higher level units, you're going to want a good defense, because chances are they could build a big army while you're doing that of lower level units and attack. So make sure your D's up to par. And that's pretty much what I want to talk about with Terran. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So the SCVs with Terran, they have to sit there and build a building. So you're going to want to make that SCV do something after you go build. So the most efficient way to build supply, if you're way down in supply, say your supply block, you have a bunch of money, you take these SCVs and you go and you can hold shift, and you're just going to keep building these And the next 2 that are done first are going to build those 2. And watch this, I'm going to hold shift again, right click on the minerals. When they're all done doing that, they're going to head back to the mineral patch. So you're going to get all those buildings done a lot faster than if you have 1 or 2 out there building 6. So it's more efficient if you grab a bunch. That goes for any buildings you build. I'm not going to get into the unit specifics, besides maybe the Marines. They're very delicate, so be careful, but the great thing is they have range, of course. And the very cool thing that you want to keep in mind is that these Marauders are 100 minerals, but it only costs 50 minerals and 50 gas to upgrade to a slow down. The weapons make the opponent slow down, and that's just completely awesome. It's the best thing ever, brah, if you're playing Terran. But anyways, you research that, and you have a couple Marauders, and you're just dirty against like Stalkers or like any unit in a similar fashion, roaches. But it's pretty sick. Try it out, have fun with it. Have fun with Terran, because Terran are so sweet. They're my favorite raise, dude. Sorry for the lag, it was because of my internet connection actually, because I'm on multiplayer right now. My internet connection is like 5 megabits per second up to like 54, and that's like the max for my wireless because of the DSL. So right. And alright, that finishes up the beginner tutorial 2. Whoa. And my next tutorials are going to be intermediate tutorials, advanced tutorials, and I'm also going to do commentary on my games, others, your games. If you want to send me a replay, I'll probably do a commentary on it, and then we can post it up here and we can just check out what you're doing wrong. See, I can do my video and do commentary on my games, and I won't critique myself as much as maybe I would with one of you. Just, I don't know.
What's going on?
But still send me one of those, whatever. Thanks for watching, and go watch the other tutorials if you haven't seen them. Go watch the other commentaries if you haven't seen them. And check out my review of Starcraft 2 if you haven't seen it. Take it easy, guys. Have a good life. I'll see you on the next vids. Vidzo. Peace.